questions that I had this week. I'll start off with the question was from a client, which was how do you tell an agent who knows how to sell staged homes from someone who perhaps doesn't? And the second part of that question was was having consistency with your agent, with the real estate agent, because I was finding this week that I felt very conscious that I had to be careful of my words when people were asking me questions, to not be saying something that would contradict the real estate agent when they came in. You know, especially if they were a real estate agent that I had recommended.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start off with the first part, shall we? With the how do you tell an agent who has sold staged homes before? What are you looking for?
So, so the question I believe is like, how can you tell when an agent truly understands the staging process versus an agent who thinks they know the staging process? Is that the question?
Look, I guess it's how do you tell the real estate agents who are using staging properly compared to the real estate agents who may be using some aspects of staging but don't really, but they may have an old school model of.
The answer is the pictures.
There you go. Our work here is done, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Yeah. I mean, the photos are the thing. You can go, and when you look, if an agent truly understands the process of staging, they're utilizing a stager who stages the property properly to create strong marketing photos as well as a strong touring experience. Right. So when you look at the photos, it's even, I mean, if the room is beautiful, that's great. But if all you remember is, you know, how beautifully decorated it is, that's not a properly staged room. It's a beautifully decorated room. Instead, and when you look at those photos and you see the floors, you see the view, you see how much furniture can fit in there. Like if you've got a large family and you know you want to be able to seat 6 to 8 people at a time in the living room, it's important to see that in the photos. But you also want to see the strengths of the property. And if the lighting is good in the photos, if the photos are properly, I mean, because you know, you and I can stage the tar out of a house, but if it's not photographed well, then the staging has been wasted. On the flip side, you can have a fantastic photographer come in there, but there's no way he's going to, you know, make beauty out of the beast. So it's a question of a realtor who truly understands the staging process. And again, it's all about presentation. It's the staging and the photos. If you have a realtor who understands that proposition, their photos show that, and their sales will show it as well. And their number of listings will show it as well, because sellers check out what's out there. And usually what they'll do is they'll start with like houses that are near their house because they figure, well, they're my competition. Let's see what they look like. And, you know, if they're looking and it's, oh, okay, it kind of looks like what they expect. And then they see a wow house and they're like, wow, that's in my neighborhood. Or, hey, that's Sally's house. And I know what Sally's house looks like. It doesn't look like that. But if that agent has taken the time to educate their clients and to bring in the people needed to present that house properly, those photographs, I mean, I've said that before, listing photographs say more about the realtor than it does about the house that's for sale. So if you're looking to really find a realtor who understands the full staging process, the photos are the thing. They really are.